The NFL might have just witnessed the most dangerous rookie quarterback debut in years, and the league's old guard is already in panic mode. They said he didn't have the reps. They said he wasn't ready. But in less than 10 plays, Shedeur Sanders turned every doubter into a believer, and Eisen just dropped the mic on live TV to make sure nobody forgets it. The air around Broncos training camp has been thick with tension. Not just the kind you feel before a regular season kickoff, but the kind that comes when an entire franchise is silently holding its breath. Shedeur Sanders didn't walk into a welcoming committee. He stepped straight into a proving ground, where every snap, every throw, every glance from a coach could shift the trajectory of his career. Veterans are watching him closely, some curious, others quietly skeptical. The media has been circling for weeks, dissecting every movement, eager to pounce on the smallest misstep. Even before his first preseason snap, the narrative was already being written. A quarterback with hype in his veins, but not enough NFL seasoning to survive the storm. And yet, that's exactly where the pressure hits hardest. Because in Denver right now, there's no middle ground. You either silence the noise or you get swallowed by it. For Shedeur, there's no luxury at slow development. He's expected to adapt instantly, outshine veterans, and prove that the game isn't too big for him, all before the leaves even start to fall. But as one respected NFL voice just made clear, this story is only heating up. When Eisen stepped up to the mic, he didn't just defend Shedeur Sanders. He obliterated every lazy narrative surrounding him. No more whispers about nepotism or overhyped rookie. Eisen dropped a truth bomb, loud enough to shake every armchair analyst and keyboard critic nationwide. He reminded everyone that Shedeur didn't stumble into the NFL by chance. This kid has been grinding for years, building his skills play by play, rep by rep. Eisen's words were like a spotlight, exposing the gap between the hype and the hard work that's been fueling it all along. Suddenly, the critics who had dismissed Sanders as just Dion's kid playing dress-up found themselves speechless. Eisen's clapback wasn't just a comeback. It was a message to the entire league. Underestimate this kid at your own peril. And what happened next? The entire conversation around Shedeur Sanders flipped overnight. Shedeur Sanders didn't rely on legacy or luck to make his mark. From the start, his work ethic set him apart. Coached by his father and trained at not one, but two top college programs, he built a foundation few rookies can claim. Every practice rep, every late-night film session, every drill was a brick in the fortress he's now commanding. Unlike most rookies who arrive wide-eyed and overwhelmed, Shedeur stepped into the NFL ready to dominate. He wasn't just showing up, he was taking over. His focus, poise, and precision on the field speak volumes. This isn't a kid lost in the moment. This is a quarterback playing chess at tournament speed, while others are still learning the rules. And it's not just talk. From day one, coaches noticed his laser-guided throws, smooth footwork, and ice-cold decision-making. The kind of traits that don't just win games, but change narratives. But here's the kicker. Despite all this, Shedeur was drafted later than many expected. That only fueled the fire, pushing him to prove the doubters wrong with every snap. Draft day came with its own drama. Despite his clear talent and pedigree, Shedeur Sanders slipped farther than anyone expected. Teams passed him over, caught up in old-school biases and doubts about his readiness. Some called him overrated. Others dismissed him as a product of his famous last name. But draft position doesn't tell the whole story. It reveals the league's uncertainty and the old guard's resistance to change. They weren't ready to embrace a quarterback who defies their outdated playbook. Instead, Shedeur found himself facing skepticism from the sidelines rather than cheers from the stands. Yet, as the preseason unfolded, those doubts started to crumble. Every throw, every read, every touchdown challenged the narrative. The kid who wasn't supposed to be here was suddenly the one everyone was watching. And for good reason. The draft might have set the stage, but it was just the opening act. What came next would rewrite the entire script. From the moment Shedeur stepped onto the preseason field, the energy shifted. Fans who showed up expecting a typical rookie debut instead found themselves captivated by something rare. Confidence that didn't crack under pressure. His first passes were crisp, accurate, and delivered with a calm that stunned both the crowd and commentators alike. No jitters, no hesitation, just pure, unshakable poise. The kind of presence you don't teach, but is burned through countless hours of hard work. Social media exploded. Every touchdown throw sparked a wave of hype, with highlight reels going viral and fans scrambling to get their hands on Sanders jerseys. Casual viewers and football nerds alike started whispering the same thing. This kid might be something special. But the buzz wasn't just about his arm. It was about how he commanded the huddle, how teammates responded to his leadership, and how he seemed to see the entire field like a chess master thinking 5 moves ahead. The preseason was no longer just a test, it was a showcase. And Shedeur Sanders was quickly proving why the doubters had underestimated him for far too long. It's one thing to shine on the field, but true leadership shows up behind the scenes. Shedeur Sanders isn't just turning heads with his throws. He's changing the vibe in the locker room. Teammates aren't just tolerating him, they're rallying around him. You can feel the difference when Shedeur's on the field. The receivers run routes sharper, the offensive line hits harder, and the coaching staff talks about him like he's the missing piece they've been searching for. That kind of buy-in isn't handed out lightly. It's earned through quiet confidence and consistent performance. Even the coaches, once hesitant, now describe him as coachable and a natural leader. That's a huge shift from the initial skepticism. It's clear the team sees something more than talent. They see a quarterback ready to carry the weight. This shift in team dynamics isn't just a morale boost. It's a signal to the entire league that Shedeur Sanders isn't here to fill a spot. He's here to own it. And when a locker room buys in, great things follow. Not everyone was ready to embrace Shedeur's rise. Critics and haters came out swinging, throwing every tired insult in the book, from nepotism accusations to doubts about his NFL readiness. The same voices that had ignored his relentless work suddenly became experts on why he shouldn't succeed. But Shedeur didn't just shrug off the noise. He used it as fuel. Every pass, every play was a quiet rebuttal to the naysayers. His confidence isn't flashy or forced. It's built on a foundation of preparation and resilience, and the timing couldn't be more dramatic. Injuries and trades opened the door, and Shedeur didn't hesitate. When opportunity knocked, he answered like a seasoned pro, not a rookie testing the waters. His calm under pressure, his laser focus, and his ability to read defenses have turned skeptics into believers. Even the harshest critics have started to soften their stance, realizing that this isn't just a hype story. It's a new chapter in NFL history. The story of Shedeur Sanders isn't just about a talented rookie making waves. It's about rewriting the rulebook on what NFL readiness looks like. He skipped the usual rookie struggles and stormed onto the scene with confidence, skill, and leadership that commands respect. Eisen's fiery defense wasn't just a clapback. It was a spotlight on a rising star who's already changing the game. Fans, teammates, and coaches alike are taking notice. The doubters, they're running out of excuses. This isn't a passing phase or a lucky break. Shedeur Sanders is here to stay, building a legacy one play at a time. And if the early signs are anything to go by, the NFL better brace itself, because the Shedeur Sanders era is just getting started.